So today I'm sharing 12 fall fashion trends that are not cool anymore and what to wear instead. And I do just want to say some of the bad examples aren't terrible. They're just not as cool as they once were. And there's some new trends on the block for fall that you should really consider. All right, so the first fall fashion trend that's just not as cool anymore, and I'm so sorry to break it to you, but it is the plaid flannel jackets. And if you're still wearing these, it's totally okay. I still wear mine. I mean, it screams fall. It's so warm and cozy, and they were just so popular for the last few years. But what we're seeing this year instead are suede jackets and Carhartt jackets, which they're kind of similar. They're different. The Carhartt jackets are a little more masculine. They're super warm for fall. And yeah, I love those, but suede is huge right now. So get something in suede. We're seeing it everywhere, mainly in jackets, but I'm also seeing it in boots, bags, belts. I love it. It's just like a perfect fall color. It's huge this year. Number two, I feel like fall is just synonymous with cardigans. Everyone loves their fall cardigans, especially the longer ones that we've been seeing for the last few years. And again, if you're still wearing the longer cardigans, it's not terrible, but shorter cardigans are way more in for this year. So if you don't have a shorter cardigan, I feel like you should get one just because I do think they're a little more versatile. You can wear it open like an actual cardigan, but I'm actually seeing way more people just have them buttoned up or at least mostly buttoned up and wear it as a shirt. So it's just more versatile. So let's move on to fall colors. Most people kind of just default to beiges and neutrals for fall, which again isn't terrible, but there's a new color in town for this year and it's so big, it's so trending, and it's chocolate brown. I love it. And there's so many ways you can incorporate this color. It could be like your whole outfit. It could just be a jacket. It could be pants. I mean, you could do really anything. And that actually leads me to ThredUp. I've teamed up with ThredUp for this video, which you guys know I love them. They're the world's largest online thrift store. You can find literally anything you're looking for at incredibly low prices. But they have a new feature that I wanted to share with you guys. It's actually called an image search. So what you can do is go onto Pinterest, or you could go onto Google Images and find an outfit that you just love and maybe want to recreate, and you can save it and then upload it to the image search function, and it scans the photo and it suggests pieces that look almost identical, and then you can put together, you know, your favorite fall fashion outfit that you want to recreate. And so that's what I actually did with these chocolate brown pants, and I ended up ordering these Abercrombie and Fitch pants from ThredUp. The estimated retail was $90 and I paid ThredUp's price of $29. So I actually decided to pair it with this Free People sweater that I found on ThredUp. It was brand new with tags. The retail was $178. You guys know Free People sweaters can be really, really pricey, and I paid only $50. So it was really, really discounted. Again, it was like brand new. But that actually leads me to another trend we're seeing this year, and it's taking big chunky sweaters like this and putting it over top dresses or skirts. And that's just like a really fun style to do. And so I found this Zara skirt from ThredUp. The estimated retail was $46 and I only paid $27, but it's a perfect match and a perfect fall outfit. And one more example, I love the brand Wilfred Free, and I wanted to get a cardigan that's shorter like we talked about, and this retails for $127. I mean, this is like the plushest material ever. All of their pieces are so expensive. I got this for $15. So it's a really nice wearable short cardigan, and I did pair it with different jeans I got from ThredUp. I also paired it with this pretty skirt I got from ThredUp. So there's truly so many different pieces you can find from your favorite brands. And so they did give me a promo code that you can use. It is just my name, Shay, for 45% off your first order plus free shipping. 45% off is huge, and you can just, you know, pick some items that you want to maybe try or get for fall. As we all know, boots are huge for fall. Everyone loves a good fall boot, and these are the ones that we've been seeing the most of in the last few years. And again, not horrible, but they're just not nearly as cool as they once were. Instead, this year we're seeing biker moto boots. And I know this is one where people are gonna hate it and they'll be like, I'll never wear that, and that's fine. It's just definitely what's trending right now. Also the suede boots though, taking it back to suede. If you hate the biker moto boots and you want something that's a little less jarring and edgy, go for the suede boots. You can spray them with the Apple Guard that I swear by, and you can actually wear them in wet conditions and they aren't ruined. Speaking of boots though, that does lead me into the next trend that was so popular for the last couple years, and it was very loud Western wear. We would especially see this with Western boots that had all of the embroidery and the different contrasting colors. That was really, really popular. And now we're just seeing soft Western wear instead for this year. So it still has a Western flair. It's just not as in your face. So we're still seeing Western boots. So if you still love those, great, but they're a little more subtle and subdued. So just all one color. And then also a lot of denim on denim. So it kind of, again, has a Western flair to it, but there's not tons of embroideries and patches and contrasting colors and tassels and things like that. But there is a new accent or detail that we're seeing for fall this year. And again, it's not the Western accent, it's the studded accent or studded details. And I think this looks especially good on the color brown. So again, like a suede jacket with studded details looks amazing. We're also seeing it on studded bags and belts even. And again, I just really like it with the color brown. Of course, you can totally do black. For example, like this black studded bag does look great, but I do think with black, it is a little more harsh. And so if you're drawn to this, but still like not sure if you could pull it off, try the beige or brown, and it just looks so much better. So there is another very popular fall color for this year. We talked about chocolate brown, but we also have to talk about deep burgundy red. So for the last few years, I would definitely say the bright cherry red was way more in. That was kind of all the rage. People were incorporating that pop of color into their outfits, and that was okay. I mean, it's definitely classic, but now we're seeing way more of the deep maroon burgundy reds, and there's so many ways you can do this. I just love this color so much. You could do it all over. You could just do it with a sweater. You could do it with a pair of shoes or boots. You could do it with a jacket. You could do it with a scarf, a bag. I mean, there's so many ways, and it's just such a beautiful fall color. Moving along to trouser pants. So for the last few years, these are the trouser pants that we've all been wearing, whether it be to the office, maybe a dressy event or function, or maybe even just to dinner. This was the style, and it still is fine. Like, I still have pants that are like this, but we're really seeing the wide leg, just baggier trouser pants for every occasion, whether it be very, very casual with a pair of sneakers, or very, very dressy to the office or to a big dressy event with a pair of heels. I mean, you just really can't go wrong with a wide leg pair of trousers. I would definitely say go a little tighter or more form-fitting on top, but it is such a more up-to-date look for fall 2024. And that is a perfect segue into the next trend, which is pumps or heels. So instead of wearing regular pumps, which, I mean, again, classic, it's not terrible, but kitten heels are huge for this year, and they look especially good with those trouser pants. So here you can see this woman's wearing like a nice pair of wide leg trouser pants, and she's wearing kitten heels, and you can't even really see the kitten heels, but that's the illusion. It makes you look so much taller and leaner and longer, and it makes your legs look so long, and I just love this look. But even if you aren't wearing trouser pants and you just want to wear like a skirt or even a pair of jeans, kitten heels are so in right now, and I just love them. Definitely go for the pointed look. There's just like a small little heel, so they're really easy to wear, they're easy to walk around in, and they're just super in style. Another trend that's been so huge for the last few years and was super cool was the dramatically oversized blazers. I mean, they kind of looked ridiculous, but again, they were super cool, and I'm finally here to say they're not that cool anymore. So what we're seeing for blazers now is still a little oversized, like just kind of the typical boyfriend blazer, but we're seeing more cinched blazers. So you can actually buy blazers now that literally are tailored very into your waist. So you have a much smaller waist. Your shoulders are more broad. Your waist is smaller. You could also belt your blazer. That's really huge right now. You could just take any belt and belt it. Even with the thread up outfit, just taking it back to that, I did get this really nice olive blazer from Thread Up, and I decided to belt it. I'm not even sure if this is quite the right color of belt, but still you kind of get the gist. It's like a nice kind of accent you can do to show off your waist better, and it's just more in for this year. But I am gonna make a prediction for sweaters. Because of that cinching trend, they're gonna start incorporating that into sweaters. So here's an example of that. I bet we start seeing that later this year or even next year. But that's the video, guys. Again, I'll have Thread Up linked down below in the description box. I'll also pin them in the top comment. You can use my code SHAY for 45% off your first order and free shipping. Get a few new pieces for fall. You can save money, and it's also really great for the environment. But thanks again. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.